I wanted to go ahead and give you a tour of the inside since I haven't done that in a while. And you can see I've started to paint. You can see that that Murphy bed wall is just a simple white, and then we've gone with a kind of a grayish blue wall color, which I think really looks nice and will look nice with kind of the finishes that we have planned. So I'm going to walk through the interior with you and show you where we are. You can see here I've started to stage the cabinets. Now these are IKEA cabinets, and I've got the rail up there, and I've got these wall cabinets hung. This is actually, they call that a high cabinet. It's 70 inches tall, and that's a 30-inch cabinet next to it. This cabinet on the end here will have the refrigerator, a 7.3 cubic foot refrigerator that'll go in there, and we'll talk more about that. But you can see I've done the return wall and the header above, and finally resolved the questions that we had as to how that was going to look. Now, I haven't installed the siding here because I wanted to put the cabinets in first, minimize weight and space, and just butt these cabinets up against the wall, the studs. And of course, the back of the cabinet will serve as kind of the protection for the insulation and so forth. As I said, these cabinets are just staged. They're not even secured yet. They're just hanging on the rail. This is a 30-inch upper cabinet, 30 inches tall. We're going to have a range hood underneath, and that would make that range hood too low. I think it's about 4 to 6 inches top to bottom, the range hood. So what I have to do is rebuild this cabinet. I'm going to cut 4 to 6 inches off of it and get it kind of up in this kind of place, because this is the correct height above countertop for a normal wall cabinet. But with the addition of the range hood, this is too low. So just another thing I've got to do. IKEA doesn't make a 24. They go from a 30 inch to a 20 inch is the next step up. And I just feel like that would be too high for the range hood. So that's what we're going to do. You can see also how this plumbing worked out nicely as it tucks under these cabinets and goes past the axle and then down outside the bottom of the trailer. And then you see there, of course, the water heater, which will be under the sink base right there. Looking back towards the rear, towards the bathroom, you can see the TV mounted there on what I'm calling a feature wall right here, which we've got something special planned for it. And then you see the sound bar up above, and you see the cable box. Right now it is hooked up to the house cable. But we really like this arrangement because there's no more electronics that we have to deal with in terms of receivers or amplifiers or additional speakers. The sound bar works really well in this space, and we really like it. On the side walls down here, past the bed and that wall, there's actually going to be little nightstands that go in these corners, little shelves. I've got those built, and I'm in the process of finishing them. They're very small, and they fit right in those corners, and are really nice because we can put our phones on the charger, USB charger right there, and little nightstand for remote controls for the different, TV and so forth. Looking back towards the rear again in the bathroom, you see now that I've got the pantry door, closet door hung. And let me show you a really neat trick that I've done. To save space and to be very, useful or utilitarian here, I've taken this door and I've framed a new opening, cased opening with the jambs and the casing right here. So this same door that you see here serves as the bathroom door. What's also cool about it is it kind of gives us mood lighting or night light with the closet light on. So at night, this really looks nice. You can look across here and look out and see that 3x3 window right there, awning window, that is just a nice feature to have in this area right here. And of course, we're going to have under there the countertop or bar, if you will, right there. So here's the pantry door, and watch how this works. This is really nice. This is really cool. So it just swings right open and becomes the closet. The bathroom door. I'll back up and you can see it. I don't have any catches or latches or anything, but you see how that works. And really this would be open most of the time to the bathroom because of the air conditioner, but you can see how I've got this all worked out in terms of the trim, the casing. So it's a double acting door, one door for 2 spaces. Of course, there's the shower that I've talked about in other videos, but looking back, you can see the pantry door, which also serves as the bathroom door, and you can see how I've got it cased out and jammed. I've got a little wing wall right here. It gives a little bit of privacy. Maybe we could have a towel bar or ring here to the toilet area of the bathroom, which is right here. So the toilet goes right there, and then moving up, we have a niche in here. Then I've got plywood on the back because of another product I'm going to use, which we'll show later. And so that's 5.5 inches deep. Let's see if that focuses back. That'll be a good place for shelves and towel storage and those sorts of things. Let's go ahead and close this door back now to the bathroom. And you can see here that it looks like a normal door from this side. So I'm real proud of that. That really turned out nicely. Kind of see the way I set this jamb up and casing. And move back over here. That's really cool. So check this out. These are footstools that also have room for storage. They're very lightweight and they fold up. You can see here, lid comes off. Very, very lightweight. And I'll see if I can do this with one hand. Pull this out. You may have seen these, Home Depot. And look at that. Just fold right up and stow away, but also becomes storage as well. This kind of goes like this, packs into the lid just like that. So very compact, very useful, and I'll show you what else I'm doing with them. These storage bins or stools, 15 inches tall, 15.5 inches tall, actually support 400 pounds apiece. So this is what I'm doing. There's the Murphy bed, and I'm using those as the base. So let's see if I can, this is a temporary latch, of course. Let's see if I can lower this down. One hand with a phone, one hand on the bed, and then down it goes. And now you see how we got this bed supported. So very, very useful. And now you can see back there where the mattress would go. Obviously you see I've got more coats of paint to do, but there's the lid for that area where the bed tucks down. You can also see little blocks that I've got for latches that I'm going to install. And that's really turning out well. How about that? Very cool, very useful. Everything has a purpose, and it just worked out great. So we've got the storage, we got the use of them as footstools, but we also have them as the base of the bed. So I'm going to be faced with a challenge. You see how far this bed comes out into the room. Now remember, this was always intended to be like a camper, an RV, travel trailer, not a tiny house that you might live in. Although I think you could. This is a queen size bed and it comes out as you see here. My problem is that my cabinets are going to come very close to the end of this bed. Now, of course, we can go out the front foot of the bed if you know, to go to the bathroom or whatever. But when I got the cabinets from IKEA, I did not realize that they had 1/2-inch end panels. One goes there, one goes there, and one goes at the end of this base cabinet. So just in the bottom run alone, I've got an additional inch that I had not planned for when I design the space. And with tiny houses, we all know that every inch is critical in the design and the execution. And so now I've got a real challenge. I'm going to be so close to this point. I don't want to have to change this bed, the trim, or whatever I might have to do with the cabinet. So stay tuned for that. That's a little bit of drama coming my way.